Hello there, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author of 7 books, host of 2 PBS specials. Here again to bring you another tip on how to help you create the life you want. Specifically, how to use my life from the top of the mind philosophy to bring more clarity, confidence, creativity to everything you do. Today I want to look at the subject of healing relationships. There's a quote that I'm sending out to those 6,000 folks on my quote list that's one of mine. It goes like this. In order to make significant changes in the quality of our relationships, we've got to make the future more important than the past. You know, as a psychologist, people come to me who are in relationships where they're having an issue and they say, "Hey Bill, help us, would you?" And I'm happy to do that because I believe that once people understand why we find ourselves reacting the way we do in relationships, how the brain influences that process. You know, when somebody says something or does something, this middle part of the brain, the limbic system, reacts as if it is a dangerous thing, like a saber-toothed tiger. It sends us down to the brainstem. We find ourselves feeling frustrated, angry, resentful, hurt. And that often has us in thinking of what this person said or did. It makes it worse, and we get caught in a cycle, this kind of brainstem cycle, where we're just feeling worse and worse and worse. And we're needing that other person to change or stop or start or something before we can let that go. Understandable. Because when we're in a family or when we're in a relationship, we're more vulnerable to those people. What they do means more. You know, if a stranger did this, we probably wouldn't think twice about it. But boy, when somebody from our family does it, all of a sudden, it makes it more problem. You know, you've heard the phrase family ties or the bonds that link one true family. Well, often that bond can be this rope where people are tied together based on this family experience, and then they just beat each other with sticks until somebody dies. So what we don't want to do is that. You know, we really want to heal those relationships and move forward in a way where the love we have for each other is the main energy of the relationship, where the family we're creating for our children and our grandchildren is our highest purpose, or just dissolve it. Say, okay, maybe we just can't connect. Maybe just we can't be a family. There's a quote from Richard Bach, one of my favorite authors. He wrote Illusions, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. He says, the bond that links one's true family is not necessarily one of blood, but of respect and joy in each other's life. So in order to heal a relationship, we have to understand that our frustration, our anger, our resentment, our hurt feelings are the result of a chemical change in our body, going down to that lower brain, having this middle brain interpret that other person as dangerous. Now, if this happened when we were a child, that was dangerous, okay? And yet now we're an adult. And we can't be hurt by what somebody else says. We cannot like it. We can disagree with it. We can choose not to be around it. But when we make it dangerous to ourselves or hurtful, all of a sudden, here we go. We're back down in that brainstem. In order to heal relationships, we have to be coming from what I call the top of the mind, this upper 80% of the brain, the neocortex. This is where our clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion comes from. There's another quote I use in my seminars about resentment, because a lot of times in families and relationships, there's a lot of resentment about what's happened in the past. It says, resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Because it actually does poison us. It dumps cortisol into our body, messes with our heart, blood pressure, really poisons our system. The other side of that is another quote by Eric Hoffer. He says, compassion is the antitoxin of the soul. So if resentment is like taking poison, compassion is the antitoxin of the soul. We've got to develop compassion for these people in a way that allows us to move past the past and into the future in a way that is more purposeful, congruent with our highest purpose, congruent with the quality of the relationship we want to create and the quality of the family or relationship we want to pass down to those that we love. If you would like me to help you with this, if you have a relationship issue or a family situation that is just becoming more and more problematic, I am happy to come. I kind of go in, I connect with everybody, I let them know what's going on, I show them what's going on, I give them the opportunity to change how they think and feel based on how the brain is processing information. And then, if everybody is on board, I bring the family together, I bring the relationship together in a way that creates a different future. So that's what we've got to do. We've got to be willing to do that. If that's something you would like me to do, feel free to go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in. would love to help you with this. And I think this is especially important if this is a family business, because all of a sudden now every business decision has this kind of family potential to it and can be even more problematic. So again, if this is something you're interested in, feel free to do that. If you're liking these videos, please hit the like button. You know how Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest and everybody loves it when you like it. And again, here is to you, bringing more clarity, confidence, creativity, compassion into everything you do by accessing the top of the mind. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.